Hello, my name is Riley Allen, and this is my review of WWE Raw Episode 1, then known as the WWF. We start off with a man named Sean Mooney welcoming us to the premiere. He then proceeds to bar Bobby Heenan from the building. Bobby Heenan puts up a stink about it, tries to get in. Sean Mooney continues to bar him, and then throws us to the announce team, where we find out the announce team consists of the Macho Man, Randy Savage, Vince McMahon, and a man named Rob Bartlett. I can't remember his name. I didn't enjoy his commentary that much, so I didn't bother to remember his name. Our first match was a match consisting of Yokozuna versus Koko B. Ware. The match itself was a typical big man squashes the little man before a big opportunity match type thing. The only thing I remember from the match itself was Koko kept trying to hit Yoko with a drop kick, but Yoko no-sold it and didn't move. Also, they kept making diaper jokes. I didn't find them funny. Maybe they were funny back then, maybe they weren't. Then we had some Rumble preview. Can't say words correctly. Previews and promos, basically because the 1993 Royal Rumble was supposed to take place soon after that. This premiere episode, so they were telling us what was going to happen and showing us who was going to be in the Rumble match itself. Then we had the Steiner Brothers versus the Executioners. I didn't know who the Executioners were, so I looked them up, and one of them was Gilbert, and the other was a man named Barry Hardy. I don't recognize the second name, I recognize the first one. If the first match between Yokozuna and Koko B. Ware was considered a squash match, then this one was somehow worse. Because I can't remember a single thing about it. And I just watched it. The next match was Shawn Michaels versus Max Moon for the Intercontinental title, with Shawn Michaels coming in as the champion. It was a very fun match. With both Max Moon and Shawn Michaels getting the upper hand at times in the match. There was a outside spot which I thought was entertaining, where they went to the outside of the ring. Eventually, Shawn Michaels did manage to pick up the win. It was a very fun and entertaining match, or at least compared to the other matches that were on the episode. I'd have preferred if this match was the main event, because the main event itself was not very good, in my opinion. It was The Undertaker versus a man named Damien Demento. I've never heard that name. That was a recurring theme for me watching this episode. I didn't know that person. I didn't know this person. I didn't know who that was. I looked them up. Still don't know who they were, but Damien Demento versus The Undertaker was not a very entertaining match. Because it came off of Shawn Michaels and Max Moon, who had a decent enough match. And it just felt out of place as a main event. Maybe this is my modern bias or something like that, but it just didn't seem a very good match. The Undertaker did pick up the win against Damian Demento in that match after throwing him around a little bit, hitting him with the tombstone. Other highlights of this episode was Bobby Heenan continually trying to get into the arena. First dressed as a woman, and then dressed as a rabbi. Another part of the episode, which was a highlight, was Doink the Clown, and Vince McMahon calling him Dork the Clown, only for the Macho Man to say his name is Doink. We also had 2 interviews. Vince McMahon interviewing 2 people. We had him interview Razor Ramon about his thoughts on his upcoming bout against Bret Hart at the upcoming Royal Rumble. And we had him interview Doink the Clown, which was the closing segment of the episode, which was a choice to make. And that was about it. It was only about an hour. My closing thoughts are decent enough matches for an hour show. Commentary team was not very good. Or at least Rob Bartlett was. He, at one point, did this awful Mike Tyson impersonation during the Shawn Michaels Max Moon match. I found it weird and annoying. Overall, I'd rate the episode maybe a 4 out of 10. I'm spoiled. I've seen better episodes of Raw nowadays, so a 4 out of 10 seems fair. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.